Bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with the Denver Broncos. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. This is Marlon Mack, third-year running back. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
On second down, here's a run with Mack. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll try and sneak it here. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Lock in the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Now the young man was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie. It's Phillip Lindsay. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On second down now, it's Lindsay. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. The sack by Marcus Hunt. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Dylan Cole. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. So now they operate back from their side of the field here, 2nd and long. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And some space here. There he goes, right side. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Phillip Lindsay with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has...
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Dylan Cole.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Darius Leonard, last year's leading tackler as a rookie in the NFL, in on the stop. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Lock to throw on 2nd down. That's complete to Jake Butt. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 11 yards there, 1st down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
They'll run on 1st down. Lindsey. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down. Well, we talked about Phillip Lindsay so much last year, but it bears repeating. Undrafted in 2018. The Broncos would sign him in May, and that was a good decision. He would have a 1,000-yard season, 9 touchdowns en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. So from undrafted to playing in the Pro Bowl in 10 months, that's pretty clean living for Phillip Lindsay. There to stop him was Darius Leonard.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
6-man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker, has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it.
Let's go now. 60 outlaw. 58 right there. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. 58 for Mike. 58. 58 for Mike. And what's that? And what's the ball?
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
On first down, it's Lindsay, and they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Lott throwing on 2nd down. Complete to Bryant. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Block now to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The free safety, Malik Hooker, there in coverage.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
The kick by McManus is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. They begin the drive on the ground with Mack. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. On 2nd down and 4, Brissett into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there, 1st down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
Brissett on 1st down. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis 1st down. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
You gonna see me in your nightmare.
Here's Brissett. They'll run the screen with Mack. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Switch it, come on, switch it. Check 3, check 3, check 3. What? Catch it.
They'll run here with Mack, and he takes it in for a Colts score. Marlon Mack with touchdown number 8 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, Beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. This fielded at the 2. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Hey, exit. Protein spill.
Lock now on 1st down. Bryant has it. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down.
A gain of 14. And the Broncos 1st down.
Ready.
Check, 59. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Hey, alert 3.
Recon, 132 fighter. Get.
They'll run on 1st down. Lindsey. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. In on the stop, Mason Foster, who was 7th in the NFL in tackles a year ago. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hard.
You got tight right there.
Now the Notre Dame man. This is Theo Riddick. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Here we go. 10-2 soft. Pilot, 64, weak.
Get that ball. Check.
Ready.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
It's a bit of a dangerous part of the field for them to break into their bag of tricks, but for a minute there, I thought it was going to set up perfectly for them. Instead, they don't get into the end zone, but they do pick up positive yardage.
They'll try to run with Lindsey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the 2nd quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays, because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
A second down throw for Brissett. He completes this one to Mack. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 47-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47. From the gun, here's Brissett. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And he's taken down inside the 30. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Brissett sets to throw it. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
Check 99. Go. Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 46. What's the run?
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
2nd down and goal. Brissett. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Now Brissett. And he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And terrific field position here as they finally get him just shy of the midfield stripe.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, Haywood! 58 to Mike. Not today, you are. Not today.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's locked. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 35. Sutton is part of a good young receiving core for the Broncos. They liked Sutton enough last year. They traded away Demaryius Thomas, if you remember, halfway through the season. And Sutton, he responded. Rookie campaign, had over 700 yards, 42 catches for the man from Brenham, Texas, which is located halfway between Houston and Austin. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
On 2nd down, it's Lindsey. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Locke going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Under a minute to play here in the half. Time for a late drive?
It makes sense when you think about it. Hey, try and get a field goal. Give yourself a lead going into the half. But if you're going to do this, you better have supreme trust in your quarterback. Supreme trust in the guy's going to handle the football. Because if you turn it over here, not only do you go in down at the half, you've given the momentum squarely to your opponent.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
I got you.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And the catch made by Hilton. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Brissett now. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice safe throw and a good one.
And that throw intercepted. It's Chris Harris, the Pro Bowl corner. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters, as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos push further out in front. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Mike 51. Double dog, that's the way.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. Ebron's got it. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that, because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
No, off, Will.
They'll run here with Mack. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15.
Mike 20. Watch the out.
Out of the gun, Brissett. It's caught by Funchess. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
A gain of 11 brings up 3rd and 4.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Brissett. And he's got his man Hilton. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain of 22. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
SOS. 51, here we go.
Second and 5 now. Brissett, and he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll lose yardage here, knocked back to the 19-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Mike 20.
Brissett. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Draymond Jones in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. And Vinatieri's kick is good. Vinatieri, the NFL's oldest active player, also the league's all-time leading scorer, past Morton Anderson last year.
Yeah, he turned 46 in December of 2018. You really can't see it in his leg. Maybe in the beard.
You can see it in the beard.
Maybe in the beard. That's about it. But as long as he's booting him the way he's booting him, keep going, big guy.
This will be taken in at the 1. Fighting through. And able to take it past the 20 a little bit, but no further. A flag in there as well. Let's see what this is. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. Here's Riddick. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Second and goal from inside the 5.
50, plant. Kill.
Here's Freeman. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Royce Freeman, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Here's Locke to throw. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, we try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Brissett. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
They'll try again from the 36 on second and 10. Here's Mack. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To throw is Brissett. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 43.
That's another Colts first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Brissett now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. They go play action with Brissett. Dancing to his left. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Down. 10, 20. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Motion. Block. Kill.
Throwing again on second down. Brissett complete to Hilton. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are back within a single score. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And this is back to a 5-point game. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. Pierre Desir in on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. On second down, here's Locke. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down. They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because at least you're there, knocking the ball away. Offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield. And you just continue to harass the receivers, harass the quarterback, and maybe the big play does occur down the road.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
First down, Denver.
Ready. 18, Gator. Check 24.
On first down, Lindsey. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Phillip Lindsay with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos push further out in front. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
McManus's point after is good, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
Watch QB drop.
Here's Brissett. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the 4th quarter. The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 11.
Mike 20. Yeah. Hey, Mike.
To throw, Brissett. He's got it to Hilton. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
First down, Brissett. They'll run the screen with Mack. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis, and also move the sticks.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? They'll run on first down. It's Mack. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. From the 38, Brissett. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. The Colts on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Throwing, Brissett. And he connects with Ebron. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis, and also move the sticks. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Brissett again. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he slides to avoid the hit. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Check 52.
Brissett on 3rd and 2. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Catch made here by Campbell. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 2nd down now, it's Mack, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Taking it in from 7 yards away as his guys are back within a single score. And Charles, the 2nd time today that he has hit pay dirt.
And once you score the first one, there is that natural tendency, and there's also that eagerness to get back there again. Oh, he smells it. This guy smelled the end zone, and twice he's gotten there.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Bravo.
Mike 5'9".
You can't block me.
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. It's caught by Bryant. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 44-yard line. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like. Like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
Check 26, check 26. Be trip.
On 1st down, Lindsey. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
At the Colts' 46-yard line.
Come on, set. 70, Indy. Ready?
On 2nd and 12, Locke. Screen pass to Lindsey. And some room to run now. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
1st down, Denver.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Topper. Bam. Check 43. Now.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Lindsey. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Another run by Lindsey, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Throwing his lock on third down. Oh, no, he lost the football, and the Colts pick it up.
I know you're looking at the scoreboard clock. We're getting near the end of this game, but they were in what was really called 4-minute offense, and that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. A first down throw for Brissett. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it a second down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
11 yards there, first down. Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's a first down throw that's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's back to throw. Flushed out right. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Back to throw. And the catch made by Hilton. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Back to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. They'll get 34 yards there. The offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You've got to call all these big plays and have all this emotion each time they go at each other.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Von Miller in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
Now, how about that? Rattled by a big play on the previous snap, they bounce back, and that's exactly what they needed defensively, getting a big play of their own.
Brissett looks to throw. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
He'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Brissett to throw for it on 4th. He can run for it, and he will. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one.
On the set. Mike 59. Check, 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 check.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And they say it's never easy to come into Denver to win because of the altitude. They look pretty comfortable in the altitude.
They certainly did. I'm not quite sure how they got prepared. And it's always been a big debate about what to do. I lived out there at one point. I lived in Colorado Springs. And I remember saying to someone after my second or third day there, like, this altitude thing, this is no big deal. And day 4, it hit. And it hit hard. And it took me a while to get ready and get acclimated. So some teams, they like to come in early, try and get on a schedule and feel good with it. Other teams say, forget it. Let's not let the effects jump on us. They come in as late as possible, as close to kickoff, and play. Whatever way they did it, it worked in this one.
So for the Broncos, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. And for
up this magic. With the gang, we ball out and kick it tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dreams reality, not laughing. Now I hit the same action, living